and I'm bringing you your Friday Fire. Hope you are having an amazing stay at home day. You know, the world is a little bit crazy right now. People are so uncertain about so many things, and things are subject to change at the drop of a moment. And people are just asking all kinds of questions. And the question I want to ask you today is what motivates you? What motivates you to do what you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it? I think about these last few weeks and how life threw us a curveball, and work is different, shopping is different, socialization is different, economics is different. And the reality is, there's so many of these things that we cannot do anything about. And our natural inclination is to kind of just fall back and get into the rhythm of what circumstances have dealt us. It's so comfortable to just get into the flow of what everybody says we should be doing and, you know, just kind of get off track. My husband and I were talking on last night, and he said on yesterday, he just kind of tuned into the news, and he says every channel was death and destruction. Every channel highlighted people that are struggling and what the impact has been. And he said, nobody's talking about the hundreds of thousands of people that are overcoming and walking in victory. Nobody's talking about the people that are winning. You know, what's selling and what's making news and what's keeping people consumed is the destruction. And I just want to ask you, first of all, what will motivate you to sit and feast on fear? What's the underlying thought that says it is really okay to sit for hours and allow the television to speak into your heart, to literally shape your thinking and to define how you see your God and how you see your life? What's motivating you to just sit and be a victim in something that you can't control? The other question is, what is motivating you to be victorious in the midst of the crisis? Because one of the things I thought about are the people out there riding bikes, the people that are spending time with their family, people that are doing dinner together, reading together, fellowshipping together at home, families that haven't had time to just be or now being. You know, think about what you are doing. What's the motivation behind it? Are you sucking and sighing? Are you singing? Are you complaining and critiquing everything and being so negative? Are you looking for opportunities to see the joy and possibilities? You know, I read in my devotion this morning, it was talking about creativity, but as I backed from it, I just asked God, you know, to speak to me. And it was talking about creativity and what it takes in the midst of darkness to kind of find opportunities to be different. And I throttled back, and the Lord talked to me about being courageous. He says, being courageous means making and taking the risk of looking like a fool. Being courageous gives you permission to look stupid. It gives you permission to step out on a limb, knowing that sometimes limbs break. It happens. So, what I want to leave with you today, and we'll come back live today as we're doing some other things, but I wanted to ask you, what can motivate you to live courageously, even in the midst of the times that we're facing? How can you be strong and be courageous? What can motivate you to not fear? One of the things that motivates me to be courageous is because one of the things that I have committed to is my first ministry is home. Eric and I have three children, one that's adulting now, one that thinks she's adulting, but she's on her way. She's 21. And we have a 17-year-old. And what I realized is every day, our 17-year-old daughter gets to see me live out what I say I believe. So, regardless of my feelings, regardless of my emotions, sometimes regardless of what I think about it, I want to set an example for her of someone, yes, who's human and has her moments and has her weaknesses, but someone who's willing to put her feelings on the back burner and to allow her faith to lead her. Sometimes that's uncomfortable, most of the times. A lot of times it's inconvenient. But I want my daughter, when she leaves to go to college in August, and I believe she will be going to college in August, when she leaves, I want her to know that her mom did what she said and said what she did. I want my reputation to be to her an example of someone who lived the gospel before her. What motivates me to be courageous when I want to be fearful or when I want to settle back is that people are watching, and my witness for Jesus Christ, putting him on display, allowing him to radiate through me, for me to share the gospel in word, action, and deed, motivates me to push when I want to relax, to go when I want to throttle back, and to seek God's face and to be still so I can hear where he's leading me. Because I can't allow society and circumstances and situations to direct me, because it would direct me into a corner of fear and in darkness, because that's what the world has to offer. And I just flat refuse to participate in that. I am choosing to keep looking to the hills from which cometh my help cometh from the Lord. I'm choosing to be courageous. I'm choosing to execute and exercise wisdom. I'm choosing to follow the laws of the land, but I'm choosing to be courageous. I'm choosing to take God risk that he says. I'm choosing to trust. I'm choosing to be the body. I'm choosing to be the hands and feet of Christ. I'm choosing to do that because the thing that motivates me doesn't change with the wind, and it doesn't change with the times. It doesn't change with the crisis. The thing that motivates me is a part of my very core, and it helps me push through pain, push through problems, and push in to the thing that's sent to pressure me so that I can come through this thing like a diamond. The thing that motivates me is the thing that's transforming me from the inside out so that I can be more Christ-like. And at the end of the day, I don't get to take a pass on that, because I believe that that should be who we are. It should be how we respond. So hope this blesses you. Continue to operate with wisdom, but continue to seek God and allow God to use and to speak to you during this time so that you can use it to identify what motivates you and to identify what you should be doing in response to that right here and right now for such a time as this. So God bless you, and I will see you on next Friday. Stay safe.